Hello, Sally. I hope you've been doing well. By the way, I just wanted to let you know that the box of vegetables you sent just arrived at my house now. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your kindness for always caring about us.
Oh, hello, Hannah. I hope you've been doing well too. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad that the vegetables arrived. But actually, this is really nothing special, so you don't need to thank us at all. Because we're the ones who are always being supported by Amy and you. So, this is the least we can do to show our gratitude. Honestly, I know that it would be better if we can send you something more special, but unfortunately, as you know, vegetables are the only things that we have.
Oh, actually, I'm so happy to receive fresh vegetables directly from the farm, so this is really too much for me. And of course, I'm so grateful that you always have been supporting my daughter ever since she got married. I'm sure you've gone through so much to support her at your farm and to make her feel at home, so I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, please. You really don't need to thank us at all. Actually, it's not like we're the ones that have been supporting her. Amy is the one that has been so supportive to us since she has joined our family as my son's wife. Situations at our farm have become much easier for us this year because of her kind support. And we're so grateful that your daughter has come all the way from Tokyo to help out our small farm run by a family business. Honestly, we never thought something like this would ever happen to us, so we're very thankful.
It's actually the same for me, too, because I didn't even think Amy would get married to someone in the first place.
Oh, really? Why do you say that?
Because my daughter was always saying that she had no intention to get married and didn't mind living alone the rest of her life. Of course, it's up to her to make that decision, and though that is one option to enjoy life, as being her mother, I was a bit worried if she would be happy spending her life alone. So I am really thankful for Harry to marry her and become her husband. I'm so relieved that there's actually someone who will continue to be by her side and care for her after all.
Oh, Hannah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Since Harry didn't seem like he was thinking about marriage at all, I also was giving up thinking he might stay single as well. I was seriously thinking that even our family business eventually might have to come to an end. So I'm also thankful for Amy to join our family and support Harry in our farm.
But come to think of it, after going through all of this, I guess Harry and Amy were meant to be together in the first place.
Yes, that may be true. I guess you never know what will happen in life.
Well, that's for sure. I feel so blessed to meet your family, and I am so thankful for your support. By the way, I want to ask about Amy. I actually haven't been able to get in touch with her for a while, but how is Amy doing these days? Amy's not the type that tries to keep in touch and talks about her everyday life so often, and she never really sends me any texts or even tries to get in touch with me. So I'm a bit concerned about her these days and just want to know if everything's all right with her.
Oh, really? I didn't know she had been contacting you these days. Well, you don't need to worry at all, because Amy is completely fine and is just helping us working out at the farm today. She works so hard and efficiently, which makes me look as if I'm pulling her leg when we're working at the farm together. I'm surprised that she has a pretty good sense of skills when it comes to farming. I can say that she is definitely fit for this job.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Actually, she really enjoyed touching dirt and was interested in farming ever since she was young, you know? As a hobby, she even rented a small field and enjoyed planting while she was in Tokyo. So I guess she is enjoying her life now, doing what she's always wanted to do. But I do wish she could at least try to keep in touch with me more often. You know, Amy hasn't replied to my texts for about a month. Do you have any idea why she's not replying?
Oh, really? For a month? Well then, I will definitely tell her that you miss her and are waiting to hear from her.
Oh, can I ask you to do so? That would really help, thank you. As I brought Amy up as a single parent, I still can't get used to us living apart from each other, and I do miss her a lot. It seems that I'm still dependent on her and think of her as a child.
I absolutely understand that you miss your daughter so much. If I were in your shoes, I would probably think the same way too. So if there's anything that you're worried about, please feel free to contact me. If Amy doesn't reply to your text, then I will push her to do so using the privileges of being the mother-in-law.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so reliable. I'm sorry to ask you to do this for me, but I really appreciate your support.
Oh, there's no problem at all. I know you're worried about her since she lives so far away from you. As we are a family, I'll try to do anything to support. Remember that you can always rely on me and reach out whenever you need help. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be time for lunch break soon, so I better go now. But I understand you're still worried, so I'll just go ahead and connect this phone to Amy so you can talk to her directly.
Thank you, though I really would like to hear her voice now. Unfortunately, I need to attend a meeting in a few minutes, so I won't be able to do so. So I'd appreciate if you could just tell her that I would like to hear from her soon, so try contacting me whenever she's available.
Oh, I see. I'm just sorry for the bad timing. Anyway, I'll be sure to remind Amy to send a text or call you. I hope you have a chance to get to talk to her.
Okay, great. I'd appreciate if you could do that for me. I'll be looking forward to hearing from her. Well then, I'll contact you again if there's anything else. Let's keep in touch. Take care.
Hannah, good evening. I need to talk to you about something, but do you have some time now?
Oh, hi, Sally. Yes, of course I have time to talk now. Is there anything wrong?
Well, the thing is, I haven't told my son and Amy about this yet, so I'm contacting you without even telling them, but it's about my husband. Actually, he hasn't been feeling well, so we went to the hospital to have him checked up. And after going through examinations, we found out that he needs to be hospitalized and has to go through surgery.
Oh no, your husband has to go through surgery? So suddenly? Oh, that is such bad news. Surgery? Well, it sounds like he's not in a good condition, but is he going to be all right?
It seems that he'll be able to get through it and be fine if the surgery succeeds in cutting off the bad sections. Though we still have to continue to hope that it will not spread to other parts of the body.
Did you just say spread to other parts? Does that mean it's some kind of cancer?
Yes, unfortunately that's right. So Hannah, considering the situation, it's really difficult for me to say this, but I have a favor to ask you. Can we possibly borrow some money from you to pay for my husband's surgery and hospitalization fee? It seems that all the money paid will come back soon after the surgery, but unfortunately, not much of our current savings are left to pay for this.
Well, exactly how much money do you actually need to pay for all of this?
I guess about $10,000 will be enough for now.
$10,000? Honestly, it's really hard for me to say this to you, but is your family under a critical financial situation that you can't even pay for the surgery fee? I assumed that as you run the farm as a family business, you would have enough savings to pay for this fee.
Well, actually, we used up most of our savings to renew the equipment at the farm this year since they're getting pretty old. And in addition, unfortunately, our vegetables are continuing to go through a poor harvest due to bad weather these years. Going through all this situation, I can't believe this is happening to us all at once. It's really tough for us that my husband has to fight against cancer and needs to be hospitalized at a time like this. And I'm pretty ashamed to say this, but under these circumstances, with our farm, we're currently going under a very bad financial situation. That's basically why I had to ask to borrow money from you.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I didn't know that things were going so tough with your family. I can assume that managing a farm does get affected much by weather. But now that I've heard that things aren't going well, honestly, I've become a bit worried about Amy and Harry's future at the farm. Do you think they're going to be able to continue to earn money by managing the farm in this current situation? Actually, I assume there isn't much you can do to avoid bad weather, so won't this situation continue in the future for them?
Of course, I understand that you must be worried about Amy's future, but we're going to try to recover the situation with a new idea of planting flowers and mini tomatoes on our farm, hoping this business will catch on. We should be able to get our farm back together and start earning money through this in no time, so please don't worry.
But still, I assume there's no guarantee that this new business will succeed and your farm will always be in a stable state, right?
Well, yes, that's true. So all I can ask now is for you to just believe in us. If we still keep going through a tough financial situation next year, then I will ask my son to quit continuing this family business. I plan to sell our house and farm and would need to ask our relatives to hire my son at their company. I promise I will never let Amy go through a tough situation and will do whatever I can to prevent that in advance.
Oh, really? I appreciate that. I'm surprised to know that you were considering even giving up your house and family business in the worst cases. Even though I hope that everything goes well in the future for you and your family, I'm relieved to hear that you will go that far to even support Amy.
Sure, of course I will. That's the least I can do for Amy and you after all the things that she has done for us. So anyway, going back to my husband's surgery fee, will you be willing to offer some support under this situation? We will return the money back to you as soon as the high-cost medical expense paperwork procedures are finished, and we'll also return the rest of the fee each month.
Okay, I understand. I guess you will need the fees as soon as possible, so I'll go ahead and start preparing for this. But for the sake of both of us, can I also prepare a promissory note for this? I don't want to be vague about lending money and would like to keep things straight, just in case.
Promissory note, right? Okay, of course, that's fine.
All right then, I'll send the necessary paperwork sometime soon.
Hannah, thank you so much. I'm really, really thankful for your support.
But don't you think you should at least let Harry and Amy know about your husband's cancer at some point? I believe it's an important family matter, so I guess they both should have the right to know.
Well, about that, I was thinking about how and when I should explain the situation to both of them, and I've decided to tell them both after the surgery actually ends, because my husband is really stubborn about this, saying he doesn't want them to know until the surgery is done. It seems that he doesn't want them to worry too much about him.
But isn't hospitalization of cancer going to take quite a while? Aren't Harry and Amy going to notice that something is wrong with your husband at some point? I assume it's going to be difficult to continue to hide that fact from both of them for such a long time. Your husband actually lives and works with them every day, right?
Oh, don't worry, because it's not going to be such a problem. Actually, my husband often works away from home, going out to other farms, offering to help every once in a while. So they should be used to having my husband out of the house for a while. And it'll be the same as usual for them, so they probably wouldn't even notice.
Oh, your husband works so hard, doesn't he? Well, anyway, I understand your decision, so I will make sure not to tell my daughter about this too. Well then, I'll be sure to contact you about the details about payment later on. Please, tell your husband to take care, and that I wish him good luck on the success of his surgery.
Okay, I will. Hannah, I appreciate your support so much. I can't thank you enough. I'm sorry to have you go through this and make you so worried about Amy's situation, but I promise not to cause any trouble to her and support her as much as possible. So, can you believe in us this time and please just leave everything to us for a while? We'll try to improve the situation and manage to make everything work out for all of us.
Amy, Happy New Year! How have you been doing? I hope everything's going well with you. I heard from Sally that you'll be spending the year-end and New Year holiday season at their house, but you could have at least given me a text mentioning about that or even saying hello to me. No matter how busy you are, I'd like to hear from you more as you know I miss you so much. I hope you can try to contact me a bit more this year. And don't work so hard, and do try to take care of yourself too.
Hi, Mom. I'm so sorry.
What? Amy, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Happy New Year. I know you were worried about me, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't contact you for such a long time.
Oh, Amy, how come you didn't contact me at all? I understand you might have been busy at the farm and running your everyday life, but you could have simply sent me a text every once in a while. I managed to bear with this situation because Sally did continue to tell me about how you were in your recent situations. Can you imagine how worried I was about you all this time? Well, at least you finally got in touch with me. I'm so relieved to hear from you. Oh, and I guess I should say hello, along with New Year's greetings to Sally and her family. Is everyone there right now? Can you connect them to me so I can talk over the phone?
Mom, can you please not tell Sally that we're getting in touch now?
What? Why not? Is there something wrong with contacting you?
It's because all this time I was searching for my smartphone, and now I finally found it. My smartphone was taken away from Sally and was hidden throughout all this time.
What? You didn't have your smartphone with you? I'm confused. What is this all about?
She said that I won't focus on working if I have a smartphone in my hand, and just took it away. And she kept it hidden ever since I started living with the family.
What? I don't understand. But you've been contacting me by text like once a month, right? You even called my phone sometimes too. Can you explain how you managed to do that?
And that's because I was sending text by word for word under her surveillance and for the phone calls. Sally kept sitting right next to me watching over me, so I didn't say anything strange.
Oh, I can't believe it. I thought your relationship with Sally was going really well. Though the text that Sally sent me, she told me that you were fine, and I assumed that she was being so supportive to you. You mean that was all a lie? How could she do such a thing? Amy, are you possibly being bullied by your mother-in-law?
I don't think you call this just bullying. Though I've tried bearing with it, what she's done is way past that limit, and I can't stand it anymore. This family is just totally insane. Right after getting married, the whole family just suddenly changed their attitude towards me. I'm forced to work all day from morning to night, but all I get to eat are only leftovers from the family. If there's anything left that bothers them, they even treat me with violence, just hitting me with something. Even Harry basically does nothing to support me or try to be on my side. I guess Harry didn't marry me because he loved me. All he wanted was a slave that works for his family. I wish I could have noticed this more earlier, even before we got married.
What? Oh, Amy.
I'm so scared and don't know what to do. I can't stand this any longer, but I can't escape from this situation. Mom, I'm so sorry.
I can't believe this. What is Sally and her family doing right now? Put them on the phone because I need to discuss about this with them immediately.
No, stop. Please, don't try to do anything. It will just make things worse. And actually, I don't think you can talk to them over the phone right now because they are traveling to Hawaii since the end of last year, and they're not here right now.
What? Hawaii? And Amy, you're staying at home all alone? They just went without you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm staying alone at their home. They say that it's the daughter-in-law's job to stay home and watch the house.
That is so absurd, Amy. You just need to leave that house right away. If no one's there, it's your chance to leave now, isn't it? If they left since the end of last year, you should have tried leaving earlier and come back home. Did it take you this long because you were searching for your smartphone all this time? Listen, Amy, you just need to run out of that house immediately.
Mom, I'm so afraid and I just can't run out like that. It's probably because I've been treated like this for over 6 months since I've been married. I know I need to get out of this situation immediately, but my body just won't move at all. Though I do understand in my mind that I need to escape, my body just won't react. I'm so confused. This is so strange, isn't it?
Oh, Amy. Okay, don't worry. You don't need to run out on your own. Just stay there. But do start packing your necessary things so you can get out immediately. Just stay there with your packed luggage and I'm going to pick you up at your house, okay? Just leave everything up to me. I'm going to help you get out of there.
What? You're coming all the way up here to pick me up?
Of course, Amy. I'll be on my way as soon as possible, so don't worry.
I don't know what to say. I fell in love so easily just because Harry was kind to me. But to realize that I was fooled after all these months of marriage, I can't believe I'm such a stupid person. I'm so ashamed and I don't know how I can show my face to you, especially after seeing how happy you were and how much you supported me going through this marriage. I absolutely have no right to go back home.
What? Who said anything like that? Did Sally say that to you?
Yeah, that's right.
Amy, why do you even listen to her after all the horrible things she's done to you? Just remember this. Whatever happens, you will always be my daughter, and I will support you. And you will always be my most precious treasure in the world. And don't care about what people say, because it's not true at all. Believe me, because I'm your mother, and I know so many wonderful things about you than anyone does. So don't you even think that you're stupid, okay? You don't need to get hurt or even listen to those people. Just ignore them and believe in yourself. So right now, just focus on packing your things immediately and get ready to run out of the house as soon as possible once I arrive. Hey, and I have a good idea. When we get home, why don't we eat some homemade soup like we used to at New Year's?
Oh, Mom. Okay, I guess you're right about this. I finally made up my mind now to put an end to this. I'm definitely going home with you, Mom. I need to force myself to escape from this reality. I can't stand living in this pitiful life any longer.
It's all right, Amy. Just stay there and wait for me. I'm going over there immediately to rescue you. And tonight, you will be able to eat dinner at our house together, just the two of us. So you no longer have to tolerate with this any further. You're coming home with me.
Hey, stupid daughter-in-law, where are you now leaving the house without permission? And I can't find your smartphone here. Did you take your phone with you? Don't you dare try getting in touch with anyone. And remember, I told you to clean up the house thoroughly while we were traveling. The house is not cleaned up at all. Did you just leave without doing any of that? Do you know what will happen if you ignore my phone calls? Oh, you're definitely going to regret what you did. Amy, you just come back home right now. I'm not letting you get away with this, so you better change your mind and start heading home now.
Excuse me? Did you just say stupid daughter-in-law? You'd better be careful with your words. Who do you think you are to say such a thing?
Huh? What kind of attitude is that talking back to your mother-in-law like that? Have you lost your senses? I don't give a care about what happens to you, but you better continue to obey my orders and work hard. Just answer right now, Amy. Where are you? Or else I'll make you go through torture again, and you will definitely regret it. And I absolutely don't care if you'll never be able to see your mother again, so just forget about that.
Hello, Sally. Oh, so now I get it. This is how terribly you've been treating my precious daughter all this time.
Huh? Did you just say daughter? Isn't this Amy's phone?
It's me, Amy's mother, Hannah. It's so nice to hear from you again. Because I've been waiting so long for this moment to talk to you. I can't believe what's been happening, and I just have so many things to say to you.
What? What's going on? Why are you answering to this? This is my dear Amy's smartphone, right?
Don't you even try saying dear to my daughter after all the things you've done to her. I assume you were always calling Amy a stupid daughter-in-law, right?
Is this really Hannah?
Yep, it's me, all right. I'm here with Amy right now, and she explained to me all the terrible things that happened to her during this marriage. Just to let you know, Amy is going to stay with me, and I don't intend to take her back to you. No matter what you or your son says, I'm going to make Amy divorce Harry. I don't care what happens to you and Harry or even the farm. I am never going to let Amy meet your family again. I can't put her through this situation any longer, and this marriage has come to an end. And after all of this, don't you even say that you didn't know anything about this.
Wait, Hannah, you need to calm down. Look, stupid daughter-in-law is like a cute nickname for her.
Oh, really? You say that's cute? Because I don't get it. Do people in your family give horrible nicknames like this and treat people stupidly?
Yes, that's true. So of course Amy calls me stupid mother-in-law as well. Well, you know it's stressful to be too sensitive about each other, right? So we're doing this to be in a more frank relationship for the sake of both of us. So it's like one of our unique family customs for us to get along.
Okay, I've had enough of this already. How do you think I can believe such a lie like that? You are so pitiful, and I just feel so sorry for you. Anyway, I've heard everything you said and did to my daughter since she got married, and I believe each and every word she says. You've been just treating Amy like a slave since she got married. So with this divorce, we're going to get enough compensation fee for what my daughter has gone through, so you'd better be ready for it. You're the one who's not getting away with this and will definitely regret what you've done.
Excuse me? Why are we the ones who need to pay compensation fees to you? You know it's not like my son had an affair or anything.
Sally, don't you still get it? It's the compensation fee for hurting my daughter. I know that you've been actually abusing her and even hitting her too. You just said in the text before that you're going to go through torture and will regret this. You've also been threatening her and trying to control her behavior and actions.
Hey, you're taking things too seriously. You know, that was just a figure of speech. It's not like you found any damages on Amy's body, right?
Well, I didn't actually find any damages when I checked, but it seems that all the bruises have disappeared while you were going on your Hawaii vacation. But her emotional wounds still remain and have not been healed, so she will continue to need treatment. Amy went to the hospital and was diagnosed as going through an emotional breakdown. The doctor has issued a medical certificate, so with this evidence, we will definitely have you pay for this fee as well.
Hannah, I think you have a misunderstanding about our relationship, so let me explain. You know that I've always thought of Amy as my true daughter. That's why I used some brutal words as if she was my real family. Please understand that I did this because I just simply care for her and wanted to build a close relationship. It's just my way of showing my love to her. I hope you can understand my feelings towards Amy.
Huh? How can I believe that after all the things you've done? I am just sick of you just continuing to make lies one after another as if you're breathing. I bet you've been making those kinds of lame excuses and lies all through your life. That is so pathetic. And come to think of it, your husband should have gone through cancer surgery, right? What happened to that? I assume he shouldn't be able to go on a trip to Hawaii in that kind of condition. So tell me, what kind of excuse do you plan to use for that story?
Well, as for that, it's really hard for me to say this, and I know I should have told you this much earlier, but it seems that it was a misdiagnosis by the doctor, and my husband actually didn't have cancer after all. So my husband is completely fine and in good shape now. I need to apologize for making you so worried about my husband and our family.
Oh, is that so? Well then, if that's the case, I guess you can return all the money that you borrowed from me now since the surgery and hospitalization never happened.
Hannah, about the money we borrowed. Actually, our financial situation continues to remain the same, and we are still too short in our living expenses. And we've already used up some of your money for that. So I'm sorry, but it's difficult for us to return the money to you right now.
Well, I don't care about your situation anymore. Since Amy will cut off this relationship and we're no longer a family, your financial situation will have nothing to do with us. But remember about the promissory note we both signed? Whatever the situation is, you definitely owe us the money you borrowed from us.
Regarding the promissory note, it's just a document you personally made, right? I assume that it doesn't have any legal effect at all.
Oh, actually, you don't need to worry about that at all. Of course it's effective legally, because I've made it as a formal notarized document just in case to deal with any incidents like this, which makes it effective enough to seize all of your property, including your house and farm as well.
Did you say a notarized document? What does that mean?
Haven't you even looked through the documents? All the details are noted on the documents I sent you before. If you haven't, then you should look again and confirm by yourself. Anyway, I will never forgive you for what you've done and will have my daughter divorce your son immediately. We will go ahead and go through with the procedures. And I will have my lawyer contact you later on. So I ask you to just give up trying to hold us back any longer and start dealing with this appropriately.
Hannah, but don't you think a divorce is too sudden? Because Harry and Amy are the actual ones who got married. I don't think it's our decision to just go ahead and proceed with a divorce. It's their problem, so don't you think we should respect their decision too? So can you please at least give Harry and Amy a chance to discuss about this once?
I honestly don't think that's necessary. Because I've heard enough about your son's behavior as well. Amy said that Harry has been just obeying what you say, and has never supported Amy or has tried being on her side. She even said that Harry never loved her and just wanted to marry a slave for his family. So Amy herself has also agreed to this divorce as well, so there is no use to go through a discussion.
Well then, can you please at least give me an opportunity to apologize to Amy directly? Please try to understand that I really didn't mean to hurt her at all. You know, I was also treated like Amy when I came to this family as well. So think of it this way. I guess it's just the way of being welcomed by the family that all daughter-in-laws go through. I can understand how Amy may be feeling confused and trying hard to fit into the family. But as you see, since I have no problem getting along with the family now, I assume it's just a matter of time, as Amy will get used to this as well, and will be perfectly fine.
Get used to this? This is so insane. Are you saying that Amy has to continue to live this shitty life with your family? Do you actually believe that I will let my daughter go through that all her life? You've been continuing to use my precious daughter like a worn-out rag, and in addition tried to take money from us and won't even return it. Listen, you and your family are worse than shit. You're just a piece of crap. I am definitely never going to let you meet my daughter ever again.
Please understand, I never had any intention to take away all of your money. I will definitely try paying back the money we have now. So please, don't rush through this, and try avoid going through the divorce so soon.
Well then, tell me, how much money do you actually have left?
I guess I can return about $500 to you now.
What? I gave you $10,000 and you only have $500 left? What did you use the rest of the money for? Oh, that's right, I forgot. Your family went on a trip to Hawaii, leaving my daughter all alone. Telling me that you needed the money to use for your husband's surgery, which was a total lie. Don't you understand? What you're doing is completely what you call fraud. I absolutely cannot forgive you.
I'm so sorry, Hannah. Listen, I'll promise to do whatever you say. First of all, I will return all your money, and I will even agree to let Harry and Amy go through a divorce. So can you please let this go and just forgive me for what I have done? Can't you see that we really don't have any property to sell under this critical financial situation?
Oh, of course you do. Don't forget that you have your farm and your house, which is enough to sell. If you sell those properties, I assume you can pay back the money and the compensation fee to some extent.
No, anything but that. Hannah, please don't do this to us. If you take our house and our farm away, we'll have nothing left with us. I don't know how our family can continue to live without this. Please, can you just wait a while and give us more time so we can figure a way to work this out? We definitely want to avoid going through losing our family property. I promise that I will definitely return all the money back to you.
No, you're going to have to face the reality and pay back for what you've done to me and Amy. You've used my daughter to the point that she's so worn out. Now you should be the ones to work so hard like my daughter did. Well, anyway, this is it. Lastly, let me just say, best wishes to you and your stupid family. After that, we went through the procedures for the divorce and the loan with our lawyer, and after 2 months, my daughter was finally divorced from Harry. And Sally and her family lost totally everything to pay off for the loan and my daughter's compensation fee. In order to start things over, Sally and her family attempted to rent a farm near their neighborhood to run a family business again. But all her neighbors refused to do so due to the horrible rumors of Sally's family, which had already been noticed from quite a while ago. In addition, Sally's debt was found out, and it seems that they eventually had to sell their family house as well. After losing their last property, I guess they pretty much lost everything they had in that situation and had to completely start their lives over. I heard that now the family has stopped running the farm business and are continuing to work hard day after day to pay off their financial debts. Even after going through all of this, I still can't believe I put my daughter at such risk by being deceived by such a horrible family. Though there are so many things I regret that I could have done to notice this much earlier and prevent this from happening, I'm glad that I was able to put an end to this before things got even worse. I can never forgive for what they've done to my daughter, but I'm so relieved that she has come back and is safe living with me now. Though my daughter is still trying to recover from her emotional wounds by visiting the hospital every once in a while, I'm so glad that she's started to overcome her past memories and definitely looks happier than before. She's now able to move forward and think about her future positively. Though I'm still worried about my daughter and her future, I'll try my best not to be too overprotective and continue to be by her side until she completely recovers and becomes happy again. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check out the next video.